What is home ice advantage? The Vegas Golden Knights lose 4-2 against the Dallas Stars in Game 4 of the series to tie it up. 2-2. 2-2. We're going back to Dallas with a tied series. For Dallas, that is exactly what they needed. They needed to be able to go home tied 2-2 after blowing both games at home. And just want to be clear, Dallas has outplayed us the entire series. Vegas had their probably best stretches of sustained pressure tonight, but they were trailing in the third period. So of course they were gonna have that offense, you know, score effects or whatever it is, the metrics shifting into them being more offensive because they have to be, because they have to score. And what do you know? They can't do that. I'm sitting there on the edge of my seat just waiting for Vegas to just do something with the puck. Then instead, they're just sending it directly on Otter's chest, which yes, Ottinger had to be in position, and he was solid tonight, but he didn't do anything spectacular. None of the saves were amazing, and Thompson on the other end of the ice had to make amazing saves because Vegas just does not know how to play a full 60 minutes. That second period stunk. Dallas outworked them left, right, down. Like, I already used that reference. They get awarded with a power play because Petro high-sticked hints. Yes, clear power play for them, undoubtedly. That was definitely a great call from the refs there. And they score on it. I'm full on skipping the, okay, backtrack. Mantha out and Amadio in, which is funny because according to like the practice and whatever, Mantha was a healthy scratch. Great. This could be looked back on as the Mantha 2.0. We didn't give up a first for him, but I don't know what it is. He's a big body. He had good stretches for us in the regular season and his underlying metrics were good, but he just, instead of pulling Howden out, who's also just, I feel like has been worse than Mantha, and putting Dorofeev in, we just are refusing to do that for some reason because having, yes, a smaller, not less physical, and a very physical series. Like, this is, like, from that perspective, yeah, and you don't want Pavs getting hurt or whatever, but, like, his scoring is just miles ahead of Brett Howden's, and that's what we need. We've scored 2 goals this game, 2 goals last game. We scored, what, 3 goals in game 2? Our scoring has just not been there. We do get on the board first because Amadio, the guy that slotted in for Anthony Mantha, Brady McNabb, again, from on the point, sends it on. Amadio tips it and it hits Otter but deflects out, and Amadio, before getting shoved by, I don't even remember who it was, is able to bat Lundell, buries it. He's able to get his stick onto the puck and get it into the back of the net. It like barely trickled across, and the Wyatt Johnston almost saved it and then put it back in the net anyway. On the board first, 1-0, and that got the crowd into it. It was good, but Dallas, towards the end of the first, is able to respond because Evgeny Dodonov, Anaheim Ducks legend, is able to send it on at like 178 degrees. He's at the goal line, just flings it on, and it bounces off of everything, hits Thompson's mask. Are you kidding me? Name a better duo than Logan Thompson's mask and the puck. It hits him every single game. Like, it's insane. It hits him off the side, banks into the back of the net, and it's a tie game 1-1. And that's a frustrating goal because Vegas had played really well in the first period, and Dallas played well as well, but Vegas was the better team in the first. And to go into the first intermission tied at 1, I still felt positive about the game because this is the best that Vegas has looked overall at home, and so that's good. At 5-on-5, we were the better team for the most part, and so that continues into the second, but it doesn't matter when you're taking dumb penalties away from the play. Petro, what are you doing? I don't even know why, like, that's your... Glad Hintz is okay. Glad he didn't lose an eye, because whatever. Still not there yet. I'm still skipping forward. The second goal from Vegas was from Jack Eichel. The Golden Knights had a 3-on-2 rush, and then it was cleared out back the other way. Dallas had a little bit of time, and then another 3-on-2 rush for Vegas. Jack Eichel carries the puck, sends it over to Barbashev, carries it in, sends it back over to Eichel. No, DeMarchio, who sends it on. It's off the post. But you know, Jack Eichel drove to the front of the net. He's able to grab that thing and it's in and out faster than I can say, holy cow, what a play. I thought Marchessault scored that, and he didn't. Jack Eichel did, buried the goal. It's 2-1 Vegas. And then the power play for Dallas that they score on. Who other than freaking Wyatt Johnston? Chaos in front of Logan Thompson, and they are not able to clear the puck. They are fanning on different clears. There was one particularly, I don't even know if it was on the penalty kill from Stone, where he just whiffed on it, and Dallas is able to, that was probably the second goal for, or third goal for Dallas later, but terrible defense on the penalty kill from McNabb and Whitecloud. We probably should switch Hutton in at some point, but anyway, the puck gets back out to Johnston. He's able to bury it when Logan Thompson's down, and it's tie game 2-2. And from this moment on, the momentum in the second period shift vastly over to Dallas. After that, they were able to have more offensive zone pressure, and then they get another power play, this time for Stevenson cross-checking, which ESPN replays still stink. They didn't show any of this. Like, I had no idea what the penalty was for. They were saying Stevenson for cross-checking, but I didn't see anything. And then they only showed the first initial one on Duchesne, which was not a cross-check. And then after like 5 minutes maybe, they showed the second one where it was, yeah, that's a cross-check, but that happens all the time in every game. And they called that whatever. Like, I'm not blaming the refs of it. Like, Dallas deserves the win. But, And Dallas does everything but score on that power play, which is typical for a Steve spot run power play, right? Even though they scored one earlier. And just like a ton of good chances, but Thompson was making quality saves. And so it's 2-2, and they were able to keep possession and keep momentum in their favor. The crowd is out of it at this point. And then with like a minute and a half left to go in the second period, Dallas's fourth line with an amazing shift. Craig Smith grabs the puck and throws it at his teammate, Ty Dellandrea, and it goes off his shoulder past Thompson in, and it's 3-2 Dallas. I could no idea what Petro was doing there. Like, absolutely none. Eichel was wrapped up around him, I guess, kind of, but like, you're the defenseman. So Dallas is leading 3-2 going into the third. Vegas needs to do something to score, and they are just not. They're sending things on from the point. Dallas is playing really good defense, and they're blocking a lot of shots. Vegas not able to get anything going for them, and they are definitely having the upper hand, but they can't get anything into a dangerous area. Like I said, Otter was solid, but he was not spectacular. He didn't need to be. He just needed to be in the right position because Dallas's defense is good, and they did what they were supposed to do and pushed Vegas around and were able to keep shots out to the outside, and Vegas not able to do anything, end up pulling Thompson after getting hemmed into their own zone for a good 30 seconds after he first tried to leave, and just wasting a ton of time. And then they get into the offensive zone and they waste more time. The only person taking shots on goal is Eichel, and then eventually Noah Hannafin, but he sends it right into Rupe Hintz, who he went out and blocked that one like really well. Like congrats to Rupe Hintz on that. And then I'm trying to find this empty net. Someone left-handed sends it over to Theodore, and it's not a flat puck, it's bobbling or whatever, but Theodore mishandles the puck at the blue line with our net empty. And where have I seen that before? It just always seems to be Theodore, doesn't it? And Rupe Hintz grabs the puck, is able to send it on to the empty net after blocking that heavy shot from Hannafin, and he scores, making it 4-2. And I'm gonna say this, Theodore has been awful. He's a +2, well, not anymore, right? And 0 points so far, extremely underwhelming. He had a abysmal third period, and like that goal you can't solely put on him because yeah, the puck was weird and bouncing and all that jazz, but oh my goodness, it just always seems to be him on the blue line. And with how well Hannafin's been playing, I don't like, he has another year on that contract. I love the dude. Love Theodore. He's probably my favorite current Golden Knight, and I can't, like, it's so bad. I was waiting for anyone to step up. Carlson, Eichel, like kind of, Marchessault has been weirdly quiet since we got home. Mark Stone, you cannot at all tell me that he's playing at 100%. Vegas Golden Cheaters, he's not healthy. He is playing hurt. You couldn't even convince me he's at 75%. He came in, scored that one goal off a tip in the first 2 minutes of game one, and since then, like, has repeatedly made mistakes, whiffed on pucks, hasn't really been able to create anything other than turnovers, which, yes, that's good, that's great, and it shows like he's capable of somewhat still playing, but is not at all effective and has not at all generated offense. He has not been Mark Stone. Just absolutely frustrating. I can't, like, we're going back, we haven't, the away team has won every single game so far. And so if that continues, Vegas wins the series in 7, right? But that's not likely. I don't know what to do. Amadio was good. I don't understand why they're not taking out now and putting Doro in. Like, honestly, I would even consider benching Stone. Not because he's, like, he's hurt. The only reason he's even playing is because it's the Stanley Cup Playoffs. If this was the regular season, he would be too hurt to play. It's not worth it for him to play and to risk injury and all that jazz. Series is not over, but after going up 2-0 and losing 2 straight at home to the Dallas Stars, they look like the Dallas Stars of the regular season, and that's a very, very bad thing for Vegas. Still plenty of time left, right? The last time Vegas lost 2 back-to-back games was against Dallas last year in the Western Conference Finals, and the game after we shut them out in Dallas, and Aiden Hill got popcorn thrown on him. But Thompson played well, so he should still probably, he should be in net for game 5. And Vegas is totally capable of still pulling. I picked Vegas in 6. You gotta lose 2 to win in 6. So sticking with it. And yeah, let's go with that. Gotta get more offense. But that's gonna be it for Game 4's Nightly Review. We've got a series. It's 2-2. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.